If you've ever wanted to stand your Mustang out, get it painted, drag race it, lower it, there's a couple things here in this video that you might want to pay attention to as we're about to get into it with our SSP Mustang. But first things first, we gotta head back over to the paint shop as we're gonna do an update today on the paint progress that you're not gonna wanna miss. So we're gonna go ahead and attach the trailer. As we've been using the enclosed trailer as kind of a cold storage for our coupe parts, as you can see, they're kind of sprawled out all over the place. We're gonna head over to the paint shop to pick up some items. As in this video, you guys get a chance to check out that paint that we had going on the coupe. I figured I would put a couple cardboard pieces down. I'm excited to possibly get the coupe back here very soon, as we gotta get over there anyways and utilize this tool. And you can see what I'm talking about when we get there. Alright, so we made it over here to Skufka's Auto Body where we had the SSP. And the reason why we brought the enclosed, like I had mentioned, is it's raining real bad and I gotta grab some of these panels and bring them home to make room here at the shop. What's up, what's up? You guys know Josh Payne. He's a vocational student that is doing really good work here on the SSP, as you guys see here. And you remember in the last couple videos, this is the original panel that was actually on the car, and you can see how bent it was. I mean, I guess it could have been fixed a little bit, but it definitely was out of shape. They probably had less time in this panel than actually trying to repair it. But considering the car was already in shell form, kind of made it a little bit easier for you guys out there that probably this happens to you in your full running car. You know, just repairing it might be the way to go. But show us what you got going on, Josh.
Well, still working on these doors. We're getting close. I got to do a little bit of fixing on this bottom door. I had a couple small areas that I'm gonna go back over and retouch up.
Okay. We're taking. You said you wanted to take the hinges off. That's totally cool.
Yep.
I'm gonna probably replace these pins anyways. This is kind of one of those things that happen to fox bodies over the years, as they end up just end up getting whooped or whatever. So we're getting ready to paint this fender as well.
Yeah, actually, yep, we're getting ready to, this is all ready. I had a couple little tiny just spots I was touching up on, and I want to make it look good, so we're...
Scuff it up and make it nice.
Yep. Doors are almost ready. We'll get those painted hopefully either sometime this week or this weekend, and then we're...
So you got spring break coming up, so you're kind of making a push on this to get it finished. That's what they were saying. Yep. Got that front bumper to finish, not too much. That's mainly what I wanted to come over here is, you know, want to show these guys on the channel the cowl panel. And I wish I kind of could have been here, you know, to film Dan when he was actually fixing it. That's kind of a big deal. It's kind of something that's not uncommon in our genre to have the hood fly up. It's just these lock mechanisms fail and it ends up happening. So, you know, you guys out there that's happening to, it can be fixed. Don't fret. Just hope it doesn't break your windshield and dent the roof too. So. You got some painted panels you want to show me?
Yeah, we got some painted panels. Yeah.
Wow, look at that fender, bro.
Yep.
Been in here a while. I was supposed to get over here. I was supposed to get over here last Saturday and shoot film, but we ended up getting a little busy at the shop and didn't have an opportunity. Wow, look at this hood. And so this had stripes on it. Yep. Did you end up having to sand the stripes out, or were they painted on, or were they like vinyl?
We were able to feather out the side of the stripe they were painted on. Okay. And we just feathered it out, and you can't tell where they're at. You can't tell where they're at. No, that's amazing.
And this was a used hood I got on a parts car a while back that I had been saving in the corner in case I ever did it. But look at this trunk, man. Oh, wow. If you guys remember, this trunk had a big Bondo spot right here. This is where the antenna was as well. And I mean, it was a nice trunk in his OE, but I mean, this thing was probably outside of the roof, Josh. This thing was probably in need of major cosmetic.
It definitely was, but we got it.
We also got the body moldings done, and I ended up having to bring some other ones over to him, but he did a really nice job keeping them, getting them painted or whatever. So looks really good. We're gonna end up backing the trailer up a little bit, and Josh and I are gonna go ahead and stick the panels in to get them out of the shop. Because kind of the main reasons why I came over here, but mainly to get the panels out of the way. That way they don't get bumped or knocked down, and just basically get them out of the way. I mean, it's a busy shop, so I mean, I don't want to take up any more room than I already have. So bring the trailer back. We're gonna load those panels up, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started on fender rolling the rear back portion of this rear fenders on this coupe. It's not really a how-to video, but you guys are gonna see how I do it. All I really want to do is get this ledge nice and flat, and if you're getting ready to paint, or if you're going to be lowering your car, stancing your car, or putting larger wheels on that are different than the factory specs, this is definitely something that you're going to want to do to your car to modify it. So let's get busy. All right, so you guys got the update on the coupe and the panels. We're pretty much making another push to get the rest of the car painted. You know, once again, if you're just now joining the channel, this is an SSP car. We're actually putting it back to the original black color. And you can see the nice old school cream color that it used to be when it was a Florida Highway Patrol. Anyways, one of the things that they had to stop on when they were getting ready to prep the body to finish it was the fact they needed me to come over here and fender with this, because I told them that was kind of important, because we're going to be racing the car. It's going to have 10.5 inch wide tires in the back, and they're going to need to be able to tuck underneath the fender here. So there's quite a bit of lip here, and what happens is if you're stancing your car out, this is actually kind of already lipped a little bit. Somebody had messed with it. Usually it sits down pretty good at a good angle, and you start bringing your car down, you start bringing your tire out, and start getting different wheel combinations, you run into the problem where you can cut your tires. And I've done it before in the past with slicks, I've done it with drag radials, I've done it with pretty much regular street tires on just a 9-inch wheel. So it's definitely something that should be done on a Fox body early in its stages of modifications. If you're not trying to just resto the car, if you're resto modding it to where you're putting like subframes and torque box reinforcements in it, and you know, you want to consider getting an Eastwood tool or paying somebody to get this thing. You can do it with the paint already on the car. There's some tricks to heating it up and making sure that the paint kind of molds with it instead of chipping it up or whatever. Considering the fact we're at stage 1 with the coupe SSP build and its paint progress, you know, it only makes sense to get this done. So let me go ahead and get this jack set up underneath this car. We'll get the car up.
How does that work? It's just you put it on the...
Yeah, check it out. See it?
Yeah.
Never seen this before?
I haven't.
So you take the rod here and see what I mean? Kind of put pressure. They put pressure on the back side of this. And what you do is you just use the axle in neutral to keep applying pressure to it. You see what I mean?
Oh yeah, I got you.
The more pressure you add, it kind of bends it on it, but it keeps it, you see, in contour. Yeah. I've already had this adjusted to Fox body, so it doesn't surprise me that it's like it's a little muscle. You can see.
Sorry about that.
Yep. You kind of work your way to the outer parts of it.
Yeah.
You can see how it's starting to chip all the paint. See what I was talking about?
Yep.
The more pressure you apply, the more you get. See, there's like little chips of paint here falling off of it. That's why it's best to do this before it's painted. So what I did was I adjusted the roller ball to be a little more sharp on the edge to get it a little more flat, because we had already started the nice little lip over. So I'm gonna kind of make it a little more straighter. Gonna bring it up a little bit. It's really gonna kind of dig in to the, well, it takes a minute to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's well worth doing if you're gonna stand your car. And this is for any car, really. It has, you know, like I said, some of the other cars have like a fender issue where they're like this in the front, you know?
Yeah.
So. All right, once again, you see all the paint chips that came out of it, the debris. Usually there's a lot of debris in the side, you know, up in the corners, but I'm pretty happy with how flat and narrow this is. It's not perfectly flat. There looks like there may have been some like sealant or body seal or whatever, but I ended up getting it kind of bent over so it's not gonna hurt my tires. So. All right, guys, like I said, it's pretty much all I got for you for the video. If you enjoyed this sort of content, make sure you leave me a thumbs up. You know, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think of the video. Outside of that, I appreciate everything you've done. I think you've been doing a great job on my coupe so far.
Thank you.
We got a couple of the other body moldings that we forgot to load in the trailer. We'll get these tools in, and I will see you soon in the next video. Stay tuned.